Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 81 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on recognizing God's hand in my life. So, yay for day 81, and Happy New Year! It's a new year. So, today I'm just really grateful for God for helping me to even just get out of bed today. I'm just going to start with that one because I stayed up too late, and then there was all the partying going on outside that I didn't go to, but I'm like the neighbors are playing music really loud until who knows what hours in the morning, still going when I went to bed. And then of course church early in the morning. My alarm went off when I got out of bed. I turned it off when I got back into bed. I'm like, not that I wasn't going to go to church, but I was just like, I just don't want to get up. And then, I don't know, I couldn't go back to sleep, so I finally just got up and took a shower and got dressed because it's a new day, it's a new year, I need to do better. And I'm so grateful for that. And of course, I went to church today, and I'm grateful that I was able to go. And I was thinking today, something that popped into my head after my shower this morning, and I shared at church today. And then I shared with my family today. I was doing a bunch of Marco Polo videos with my family today. I don't know why. I was just reaching out to people today. I think it was nice. Also just all sorts of rainy. So I'm like sharing my rain with my family up in Utah. I'm like, look, it's raining here. And you guys get snow. And I'll be honest, I don't like the cold, but I think snow looks really pretty. I'm not really a fan of the rain because it's just wet. It's not really a whole lot of fun unless you just want to get wet, and it's cold too, and I just don't like being cold. So I was just not thrilled. And when it's rainy and overcast and cloudy, sorry, can't seem to talk, but it kind of messes with my head, it messes with my depression, my emotions. That barometric pressure just has a huge effect on my moods. And so days like that just make it that much harder for me to even want to get out of bed and to function. So I'm just so grateful to God for helping me get out of bed today. And I was sharing my testimony, and I was just saying that I want to focus on being happy. And I'm like, I'm doing that. I'm doing my videos, and I'm trying to make myself happier and be happy. And I shared that with my family, that I want to focus more on being happy and have joy in my life and making that conscious choice to be happy. And my older sister responded back, and I am so grateful for my sister because she mentioned that, as nice as it is to want to make that choice to be happy, sometimes because of the chemicals imbalance in her brain as well as in mine, because I do suffer from depression and I do have ADHD. And so both of those things can, the depression can make the ADHD worse, or the ADHD can make the depression worse. Anyway. But because of that, it can be difficult to actually choose to be happy. Like, you can want to be happy as much as you want, but if you don't have the right chemicals, or they're not working the way that they're supposed to in your brain, it's very difficult to get that dopamine rush, to get that joy, to be that happy. And there's lots of things that we can do to boost that, but it takes a lot more effort when your body doesn't naturally produce it like it's supposed to. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't have what I need, and so I have to find some way to create it. And I still have the choice to create it, but it's sometimes more difficult to make that choice. And I was just so grateful for my sister reminding me of that. And I love the word that my sister chose, because I said, instead of like a New Year's resolution, because my family's never been big on making New Year's resolutions. My biological mom used to say that she would do every year for her birthday. She would make a list of goals, and she would review what she did for the year before, and then she would make a list of goals for the next year. I never actually saw her do it. I don't know what her goals were. She just said that's what she did. So I believe her. I don't doubt that she didn't do that. That's just what she would say. So New Year's wasn't a day that we were all like, what are we going to do different and better for the whole new year? Like the rest of the world seems to do. So something that I've noticed, like a theme on Facebook, or maybe just for me, it's just kind of like, what's that one word that kind of describes the whole year? Or what's that one word that you want to focus on or change? So for me, I just wanted to focus on being happy and finding joy in my life instead of focusing on the negative. Like, I just want to do the positive instead of the negative. I want to be happy instead of being miserable. Like, I want to try to make that conscious choice. I wanted to make the extra effort to do the extra things it takes for me to have the chemicals working the way they're supposed to in my brain so that I can enjoy my life. And it's not, it is hard. I'm going to say it's not that hard, but I'm like, it is for me. It is. But there are things that I can do. Like if I get up and read my scriptures and meditationals every day, I'm automatically just in a better mood. If I make my videos and I write in my journal before I go to bed at night, I don't have that hangover the next day of whatever emotions didn't get processed out from the day before. And I don't struggle as much to get out of bed. Now, I can't control the weather, and I can't control what that does as far as like getting migraines, or as far as like the stormy and cloudy weather. Like I can just wake up and it's like my body just knows it's one of those days, and I just don't want to get out of bed and function because it's just stormy outside. And it's like, why am I struggling to get out of bed today? I've done everything I'm supposed to, and then I look out the window or I walk out the door to go to church, and I'm like, and it's raining. And it's just like my whole mood just drops because it's overcast, and I'm like, I need the sunlight. I need that extra boost that I get from having the sun in my life. I do. And so I am grateful to be aware of these things in my life, because God is helping me be aware of those things that make it harder for me to recognize the joy or to be happy. Or it just, if nothing else, it just makes me aware of what is bringing me down naturally, because it's draining me from what little dopamine or endorphins that my body has, because there's not that extra sunlight, there's not that extra boost of something, so that I have to work a little bit harder for the day to find something to have joy in. But I can do that. And like today I went to church and someone moved their stuff so I could sit next to them, and then I got to play with some little kids, and it was kind of distracting and nice for me. I got to get up and bear my testimony. So I felt very blessed. I felt like God is aware of me and what I want and what I need in my life, and that God is encouraging me to stretch myself in ways that I haven't, or ways that I've thought about it, I just haven't followed through with. So always a new month. Every time there's a new month, I think I'm going to do better this month than I did last month. Or I think I don't always do that with every day. I do it with every month. It's the beginning of a new month. I'm going to journal every day this month. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or the beginning of a week, it's a brand new week. I'm going to do better this week. Sometimes I'll do it, I'm going to do better today than yesterday. But most of the time it's like the beginning of a week, I do better. Or the beginning of a month, I do better. Beginning of the year, I always try a little bit harder. But I don't set a specific goal for the year. So I did put that question out to my siblings as to what they want to focus on for the year. And of course, my sister-in-law said the same thing as me. She wants to focus on finding joy and being happy, and especially finding joy in her job and learning things, which I think is great. But my older sister, she said the word vibrant. She said, I just want to focus on being vibrant and having vibrance in my life. And I just really like that word. I want to steal my sister's word. I told her that. I said, I want to. But I like that word. I like finding a word or something to focus on for the year, some little thing to change, not like some big, huge thing, not some drastic thing, because change happens little at a time. And sometimes we don't even recognize or realize that we're changing. And sometimes we're changing in a positive way, and sometimes not so positive, depending on what happens. But we're always aware when there's some kind of drastic change or traumatic change that resonates and that sticks, and it's like, oh my gosh. And we hyper focus on that because it just, a death, a divorce, those kinds of things, they mess everything up. They're turned upside down. A loss of a job, moving from one place to another and having to start over. I mean, there's a lot of those things. Having a baby, having a miscarriage, all of those things are things that are, even getting married. It's like a drastic overnight change. You go from being by yourself to being with someone else all the time. And it's like, oh, this is a fun idea, but now it's suddenly there all the time. It's not something I can gradually get used to. So it's not a gradual adjustment. So those are changes that we're all aware of. But sometimes I think the little subtle changes, the little tiny things that we do to improve, to progress, it takes the entire year. It doesn't take just, oh, it's the new year, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I keep trying to do that and it just doesn't work. So, but I am noticing that some of the things that I've done as far as gratitude videos and things like that, and doing them over a long period of time, have stuck. And it's made me feel much better. And I'm just so grateful to God for my sister's comment that not having all of the chemicals in my brain firing the way that they're supposed to can make it difficult to choose to be happy every day. And it will require a lot more effort on my part if I want to make that a conscious choice. And some days are going to be a heck of a lot harder than others. And I may not do it as perfectly as I want to. And I may not find the joy and the happiness every single day that I want to. But I think if I focus in that direction and I focus on the positive things, that I will find a lot more joy and happiness in my life. And I will realize that I have much more to be grateful for and to be happy about. But it also requires me to be in the moment and not having my brain going 20 different directions like it likes to do. So it's a huge adjustment to focus on something like that. But it's something that I can give myself the year to do, to learn about. And I like the idea of just picking one thing or one word that kind of describes how you feel for the year. Like, this year I'm just going to relax. This year is going to be a year of change. This year's just going to be happy for me. I've just decided it's going to be happy. I deserve some happiness in my life, so I'm going to be happy. My sister wants vibrance in her life, so she's going to have some vibrance in her life. So my question is, I want to put it out to you. What do you all want to have for this year? Are you looking for having success? Are you looking for more socialization? Are you looking for some peace and quiet? Are you looking for a lot of change? What's one word, like sacrifice or kindness, generosity, gratitude? What is the one word you want to focus on, or that you hope kind of resonates for your year, that you can be like, okay, this is a year, and hopefully it's not one of struggles. Everyone has struggles, and I'm sure there will be struggles and trials throughout everyone's year. Some may be harder than others, but I'm hoping that in the midst of those struggles or trials, you can remember that one word, that one thing, like gratitude or sacrifice or love or friendship, whatever it is that you hope will get you where you need to be for this year to make your year a better year. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts for the year, for New Year's. That's what I like to do every year for New Year's at this point, at least in my adulthood. Because I do set goals throughout the year. I make videos about the things that I'm working on in my life. And some days, some weeks, I do better than others with my goals. And sadly, my goals seem to always be the same because I can't seem to quite get to where I want to be with them. But I'm also grateful that it means that I'm still trying and that I haven't given up on myself or on my goals or on the things that I want to accomplish, even if it takes my entire life to do that. So I am not going to set some new drastic goals for New Year's as far as my resolutions go, but I am looking forward to a year of happiness, a year of joy, a year of focusing on the happy things in my life. Maybe focusing on the happy memories in my life and realizing that I have just as many happy memories as I have bad memories, maybe more happy memories than I have bad memories, that I've spent too much of my life focusing on the traumatic and the PTSD things and the depression things, that I haven't seen the happy things in my life. And I know at Christmas I got kind of nostalgic and I thought about all the happy Christmases that I had in my life and all the traditions that we did as a family and all the fun that we had getting together with my cousins growing up. And I was realizing all of the wonderful things that I had growing up. And these are all things that I seem to have forgotten or pushed aside because I focused so much on the trauma and the things that I didn't have in my life, that I didn't see all of those blessings when I was growing up. And I'm so grateful for those little reminders that God just pops into my head and is showing me how blessed I am, how loved I am, how wonderful things are in my life today. And so I'm super grateful for that, and super grateful for that. And I just want to hear what you guys are grateful for and what you're planning for the new year, what your word is. I might steal some of your words too, because I love my sister's word, vibrance. So I'm hoping for that too. But yeah, that's where I'm at today. And I was gonna wear my jacket my brother sent me for Christmas because it's got multicolors on it and it's very vibrant, lots of colors. And it's fun and it's a nice little warm hoodie jacket, perfect for the weather that I have here. So that's fun. And I forgot to wear this fun little necklace that my friend gave me. My vision board friend gave me this. It's so cute. It's so cute. I forgot to wear it to church today, but I thought I'd put it on for my video, but then you can't see me wearing it in my video because I only get headshots of my video. So I'm like, that was kind of silly. But I'm grateful for little things like this and just the little reminders of things like this, that I have friends that care about me, that are looking out for me, that want me to have nice things, and that God is pointing those things out to me. I'm like, hey, this is here because someone cares about you. And I love the little reminders like that in my life. It's the little things, it's the little changes, it's the little comments that make a huge difference. And I'm going to end with one more thought that popped into my head today. I was daydreaming. I like to daydreaming and imagining what it would be like if I was like signing books. And one of my author friends, my mentor friend, she says that when she writes books, she likes to have like a little quote or something that when she signs her name to something that goes with the book. And so I was wondering what I would do with some of my books, and a thought popped into my head, and it was laughter is just as contagious as conflict. I think it was conflict. I think I said contention, but I think it was conflict. I don't know. But then it was like, which one do you want to spread? I guess which one do you want to spread, or decide which one you want to spread, or something like that. So I'm gonna have to work on exactly what that is. But I know laughing is just as contagious as conflict, as contention. And which one do you want to spread? Because it's contagious, so you're going to spread one or the other. And this year I want to focus more on spreading laughter and happiness and joy. So I hope that I can do that. And I hope that you guys can all find some joy and happiness in your life. And if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and find ways to recognize God's hand in your life too.